Hello, this work is called Genetic Programming in the OpenAI GIM Benchmark, by João Pedro Barros Ferreira and Drs. Douglas Mota Dias and Teo Cerqueira Reverito. With the rise of machine learning and deep learning, the field known as reinforcement learning recently got a lot of attention. In this paradigm, an agent learns to solve a problem by trial and error, with the intelligent use of the generated data. How reinforcement learning compares with genetic programming, a classic evolutionary approach, in terms of performance and computational time. One of our contributions is to provide a qualitative comparison of deep reinforcement learning and genetic programming on classic control problems in the OpenAI GIM library. Since this benchmark is commonly used to test reinforcement learning algorithms, a comparison between these paradigms may provide insights into the strengths and weakness of each approach. We also address the problem of local autonomous navigation for a car-like mobile robot. The simulation is implemented as an environment in the GIM library and is based on a prototype vehicle created by graduate students at Rio de Janeiro State University. The reinforcement learning problem is formulated as the interaction between an agent and a system. The agent influences the system through actions and receives observations of its internal state and a reward signal at each time step. This process goes on in time, and the objective is to maximize the expected sum of rewards by choosing the correct actions. With the integration of deep neural networks into classic reinforcement learning algorithms, the field of deep reinforcement learning has made success in various problems, giving rise to benchmark problems such as the OpenAI benchmark. In this work, we use two deep reinforcement learning algorithms, deep Q-learning and deep deterministic policy gradient. Genetic programming is an evolutionary algorithm that represents potential solutions of a problem as variable-sized trees with operations and information about the system. These potential solutions are initialized with random characteristics. At each iteration of the algorithm, these trees are evaluated. The best solutions based on this evaluation are selected and then transformed, forming a cyclic process resembling natural evolution. To apply genetic programming in a reinforcement learning problem, for example, in the classic cart pole control problem, we can insert the system's observation, like the cart position and the angle of the pole, into the solution trees. The actions at each time step will be given by the recursive calculation of the tree output. To evaluate these trees, we simulate the control law and capture the cumulative reward obtained in one or more episodes. The cumulative reward will be the fitness of the tree. After evaluating the entire population of possible solutions, a few of them are selected based on their fitness. These selected individuals are transformed through mutation and crossover. For example, mutation can be done by simply changing part of the tree with a random operation or variable. Crossover can be done by exchanging parts of two trees. We evaluate the genetic programming approach and compare with deep reinforcement learning algorithms in 4 problems of the OpenAI GIM benchmark. We also tested both paradigms in a custom problem involving the local autonomous navigation of a car-like non-holonomic mobile robot, where the robot must reach a fixed position. The robot starts the task in the same position with small variations on the initial position or orientation. The scores were similar in both approaches. Genetic programming performed better on the swing-up pendulum and on the mountain car, while deep reinforcement learning algorithms were better at the double and inverted pendulum problems. Training time was lower in the deep reinforcement learning algorithms except on the mountain car problem. For the simulation of an autonomous navigation of a car-like mobile robot, the genetic programming algorithm was able to reach the goal with 50% success rate, for different initial positions and orientations, as shown in the figures. The reinforcement learning agent was not able to solve the task. To conclude, the scores, in terms of accumulated reward, were similar for both approaches. For simple problems like the mountain car, genetic programming seems to be faster, although the sample efficiency for the deep reinforcement learning algorithm is higher. For simulations with small time steps, the deep reinforcement learning agent may not be able to efficiently explore the state space, and genetic programming might be a better solution with greater interpretability. Future work should consider experiments with multi-goal reinforcement learning for the autonomous navigation task. Also, comparisons with other types of genetic programming algorithms, like linear or Cartesian genetic programming, may be beneficial. Further research should also elaborate methods that integrates evolutionary and reinforcement learning algorithms.